and welcome to the 5-Minute News. I'm Stephanie Davidson, and I am reporting from our studio in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Today, we have breaking news that former South African President Nelson Mandela has passed away. We have just received an announcement from Johannesburg in South Africa that the founder of democracy died at the age of 95. The sad announcement was made by Jacob Zuma, the current South African president. At 95 years old, Mandela led a long and difficult life. He made a difference in the world and has inspired many to fight for human rights. He was a warrior and a leader who, despite prosecution and imprisonment, wanted to confirm that there will not be any forms of revenge and violence, and he negotiated a peaceful transition to the democracy. During this broadcast, we will be remembering Mandela and his death in the past week. Speaking from our Los Olas studio is Danny Mariano.
Yes, today we are remembering Nelson Mandela and all that he has done in the 95 years of life that he lived. Nelson Mandela was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary, politician, and philanthropist who served as president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was the first black South African to hold the office and the first elected in a fully representative democratic election. Nelson Mandela served 27 years in prison. Glory and Hope was Nelson Mandela's 1994 inaugural speech as the first democratically elected state president of South Africa. Here is a quote from the Glory and Hope speech. "We enter into a covenant that we shall build a society in which all South Africans, both black and white, will be able to walk tall, without any fear in their hearts, assured of their inalienable right to human dignity, a rainbow nation at peace with itself and the world." At the time, South Africa was in a rough transition from a system of apartheid with segregation of people based on race and class divisions to a system with renewed hope for equality to all of their citizens. In June 2004, aged 85 and failing health, Mandela announced that he was retiring and retreating from public life. Back to you, Stephanie.
Thank you, Danny. Continuing on with this documentary, we just have a few facts and information about Mandela's life. Mandela's real name is not Nelson. In fact, the name Nelson was given to him by a school teacher. In native language, Nelson means troublemaker, hence the fact that many called him a daredevil. Mandela fought for democracy and was tried for treason. Like our reporter Danny said before, he became the first South African black president in 1994. And he also received a Nobel Peace Prize. In an interview in 2008, Nelson Mandela said that he does not regret anything that he did throughout his lifetime. We want to finish this broadcast off with a quote from the autobiography of Nelson Mandela. "After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. I have taken a moment here to rest, to steal a view of the glorious vista that surrounds me, to look back on the distance I have come. But I can only rest for a moment, for with freedom comes responsibilities, and I dare not linger, for my long walk is not yet ended." His legacy will always be remembered and never forgotten. Thank you all for watching, and have a great afternoon.